Hi, welcome to She Spice. So we as a whole realize that Shannon Sharp's digital recording club has been exploding since the meeting with Cat Williams about why liars are untruthful, and that is the reason I needed to come on the program. Cedric did likewise. Cedric let you know when you asked him, "Did you take Cat Williams' joke?" He said it don't arrange in any case. That is, by all accounts, not the only meeting that detonated. He has had numerous hazardous meetings this year alone. And let's simply say that a few people in the business are not cherishing this. The slightest bit that Feline Williams needs to say regarding him, "How dare you? How allowed me to look on the promotions and see do I see your name or face or whoever you might be?" And that is on the G rounds that these meetings have spilled a great deal of mysteries about a portion of the business greatest names like Diddy Oprah and Tyler Perry Oprah. Coming next, once I lay out this as a position of truth, definitely goodness, better believe it now, it appears Shannon is truly pursuing them. Uncovering how they've attempted not exclusively to drop his show yet, in addition to destroy his life, for declining to bring down interviews later they mentioned it. I'm happy it did. I comprehend what shows up with that LL, yet if you assume you recall Shannon's guarantee that he has more soil on these individuals, and he's prepared to spill it on the off chance that they don't withdraw, you all better focus, since Shannon implies business. This will be the discussion of 4 absolutely not a chance. I'm similar to you suspect, as much he resembles he, and he's seeing me very much like I'm taking a gander at you He resembles Sha. This will be viral yet. Where did everything begin? Well, Shannon Sharpe has had everybody in a strangle hold since he dropped his meeting with Flyline Williams toward the beginning of the year, the very Steve that went to go watch Imprint Curry do his entire sitcom, and afterward took all that imprint Curry had. It's been unadulterated mayhem since that meeting, and the disorder hasn't eased up. We've seen a more obscure side of the business that we seldom get to see now. Steve got a sitcom where he the head and he wear a suit, and afterward he gets this high top blur, making all individuals of color think he got the best arrangement in the business. Thus, with every one of the delicious mysteries, he spilled nothing unexpected. A few influential individuals need the digital broadcast shutdown before he spills much more tea. Falsehoods will be uncovered. That is all, and an individual who misinterprets that know why they take it some unacceptable. Yet presently, it appears Shannon has had enough of this wreck. He is of late plunked down for a meeting and doled out all the tattle about the VIPs attempting to close down his show and harm him. And I'm similar to Damn. He said that what was that he was talking about so much right that I'm similar to, yet you'd be stunned to realize they're in any event sending him dangers now. Those stars who are anxious to be on the show have vanished like a phantom. No for a response. It's freed absurd. You don't for a moment even play in our association now. Everybody realizes the business is tumultuous. Yet these individuals are taking to courses of action with Shannon. Word on the road is such Shannon's reality could be in peril on the grounds that the critics are going full bore on the off chance that you, assuming you recall that he said it. He said this will place you in another aspect. He most certainly did. He said, however, that yet my mom said, yet it's power in the tongue. Yes, yet for what reason are they taking such measures to drop his show? Are they excessively reluctant to get uncovered? Did they truly accomplish something obscure? And what does Shannon need to say regarding every one of the famous people ganging toward him? Prepare in light of the fact that you're going to figure it out in a new meeting. Shannon talked pretty much about all the insane stuff he's been managing since Cat Williams' meeting turned into a web sensation. Recently, he had a discussion with Cam Newton and shared why famous people are sufficiently agreeable to spill every one of their insider facts on his web recording. Shannon made sense of the fact that before each interview, he makes it clear to his VIP visitors that they don't need to discuss specific points in the event that they would rather not, which makes them sufficiently agreeable to recount their own story. He referenced that he accepts it is feasible to share one story. Is there anything that you would rather not talk about? I generally request to surmise that occasionally they say, well, I would like if we not discuss this. Cool, no issue, without including anything negative anyway. He additionally thinks that any individual who's been in a business for a lengthy period, for example, 10, 15, 20, or 30 years, probably has more than one captivating story While he comprehends assuming that somebody decides to keep away from such stories, he doesn't feel it is his place to keep them from sharing, assuming that they decide to do so. Yet they say they need to avoid it. Yet if they have any desire to let something know, who am I to say no? I don't think you can see that individuals came to his new meeting. Shannon tended to the analysis from the people who guarantee he is definitely not a genuine columnist. He explained that he has never viewed himself as a writer for people who may not know about him. Shannon is an exceptionally effective resigned player who was drafted into the Ace Football Corridor of Distinction in 2011. Following his football vocation, he functioned as a game observer for a very long time in 2020. During the pandemic, he began his digital broadcast, Club Shay. Although the webcast at first had nice viewership, it detonated in ubiquity with the Cat Williams interview, which currently has north of 70 million perspectives and is the most watched episode on Club Shay. Strangely, this interview nearly didn't occur. Shannon uncovered that he had been attempting to get Feline on the digital recording for about a year prior to it at long last meeting up. He randomly met Feline's new chief, who associated him with Feline, simply 7 days after the fact that Feline showed up on Club Shit, sharing numerous industry mysteries. Cat Williams knew that his disclosures would fundamentally affect the business, which he made exceptionally clear during the meeting. They're all coming. No, they ain't. Are you joking? Nah, hello. I presumably think I got the remainder of them. I don't have the ones. I guarantee you, everyone attempting to turn around is going to need to beat them, and Felice was correct about the business's response. While Shannon was appreciating Club Shay's prosperity, he saw that certain individuals in the business were not satisfied and were attempting to attack his webcast. The full story incorporates a few VIPs being irritated about Shannon's accomplishments and naming him and Club Shay as miscreants, blaming him for working up a show in Hollywood because of the Feline Williams interview, as indicated by insiders. Big names, including Oprah and Diddy, were purportedly taking actions to deter different VIPs from showing up at Club Shay. Oprah's contention with Shannon started when he welcomed Monique to Club Shay. During her appearance, Monique straightforwardly scrutinized Oprah, calling her an egotistical controller. She accused both Oprah and Tyler Perry of bamboozling her and debasing her profession, basically on the grounds that she would not accomplish something outside her agreement. Monique and Oprah have had a well-established fight during their cooperation on the film. Valuable Monique chose not to take part in a neglected, unscheduled press visit. This choice apparently maddened Oprah, driving her to spread bits of gossip about Monique being challenging to work with. Their contention has persevered throughout the long term, exacerbated by Monique's blunt analysis of Oprah and Tyler Perry in regards to their treatment of her vocation. I can say, child, young lady, they said you were too hard to even consider working with, yet you hear on a sound that a man told David it was challenging to work with Monique, who has consistently brought her voice up for the situation of being torpedoed. She blamed many large names for the business of basically renouncing her from Hollywood. The Oscar-winning entertainer, during her satire routine, became truly about the stressed associations with Perry Daniels and Winfrey. In the event that you review her job in Daniels' 2010 film Valuable, since she professes to have just been in 4 movies, ascribing it to what she portrays as their white-balling back in 2015. She had first uncovered being repudiated by this triplet a couple of months ago. Monique caused disturbances at the Apollo Theater via circulating her complaints about Tyler Perry. Lee Daniels and Oprah Winfrey, she guaranteed, had basically boycotted her from Hollywood, uncovering stressful connections during her parody routine. Monique thought about her job in Daniels' film Valuable, declaring that she'd been in only 4 movies from that point forward because of their endeavors to sideline her. She had first referenced being boycotted by them back in 2015 accordingly. Daniels let the Hollywood journalist know that Monique's requests during Valuable didn't line up with the mission, which stressed her Hollywood connections. He thought of her as a companion and would consider her for future coordinated efforts. Yet the innovative groups picked different entertainers for ongoing jobs. Monique got straight to the point during her Apollo execution, dismissing the term dark bear and asserting she was whiteballed by dark people without boldness. She straightforwardly tended to Daniels, Perry and Winfrey censoring their treatment and inconsistent compensation in regards to the press for Valuable, which was co-delivered by Oprah and Perry. Monique quit because of the absence of remuneration and depletion. This choice prompted her to be marked as troublesome and difficult to work with, regardless of her Oscar win for the film. Media stories depicted her adversely, and she understood she was deliberately sidelined notwithstanding endeavors to accommodate an expression of remorse from Oprah and Perry. It stays tricky that, on the off chance that you don't maintain that I should have your sibling on the show, I will drop the show. No show will occur except for the fact that I needed to hit you up to perceive how you felt after the press visit episode Monique shared on satire. Subscribe She Spice for more videos.